Menteri katana social welfare ubak polling do haka singi thok ding. Ulapan bena bahaduk palat shispa ngut ki nonghikai ki lapan krek ban yok pedang ye ki jinghikai ban long ki counsellor tang hapok ka shipho benai na ka benta ban wenge ki jing e bar ki jingma na drok na ka jing em jungi kena puli na duk bagi dang rin. Habakren syakilat petai kubor ubak pol ula ong baka sorkar lingba katana social welfare kelasyem ya barok ki sinjam ban tek lakam bat ban penduk jat ya udrong bat ya ki kam khai drok na ka jela Meghalaya. Ngila syem ya ki babon teli kilat kilinti ki belasai menta ya usok kumbang alapan pau syapi hakasin ke beladem ba ka jingdon jeng ki bakerni ha udrong kalahir syaka arpo pesen Henry kani kamut bangin syong tait no lingba kani ka jingjob ula benram. Haba pun pau baka tenat ka kut jingmut scam ban pen klan syu ikisin jam ban tek lakam ya ka jingjele jong udrong uni menteri ula ong. Kawai na kisin jam ka bakongsan ka bangila pentri kam menta kalong bangin sedang ya kilat gelinti ban wenge kani ka jingma na duk karta ka bedang rin kata kamut ngin amsya bangin syem ya kilat gelinti ban khanglat iki kena ki bedang kes samla bakin syak kering ban ngop hai ka jingdi drong. Ula ong ru halor kani ka dream mission dangshan kalaya trilang berkesan care center for neurology and mental health Henry ngin shumi kila jinghikai bala ada kesan care haka baki nonghikai kinyo ek jinghikai hakikam yaselok na kabenta ki kena puli na duk ke kelas 2 haduk kelas 5 kenang bagi kena kinla ban care na uni ujingdi besyarkai. Nalor kata ulapan benaru baka sorkar jela kan bay haduk sanpo pesen ka jing pelut na kabenta kan ka jing puli ka balong shipo hajar tingka badong kata kade ka sinjam ka bakraw ka baka sorkar kala bay tingka na kabenta ki nohikai ki banlong kum ki nongya selok namar ngin amla ban lumlang shijaka ya barok ki kena school kumta ngin aji kai ki nohikai ki banlong ki nongya selok hala ki jong ki school. Menteri upentip ru bakawai pat ka sinjam kalong bakawai na ki club yalek kai football bapau khaman ka Shillong Lajong FC kalaya trilang berkatanan na kabenta banyala pyrshah halur ka jingle nyoben ya ki badi drong bat ru ban penyajan syaki samla. Ngidon ru ka jingajan bat kijaka aji kai ki bayade bat kanongrim jong ka jingen kumju bat ke Meghalaya Users Forum ki bajuya selok bat mission director jongi kumju bat kinongelam shnong ki seng samla seng Tremon ngobha ki blaya kenduk haka ya mission director banya selok halur kan ka benta uloong. Kawai pat kabala shim kalong bakatanat kalapai khamat bharu haka bayade bat jing jinghikai lingba ki vocational and skill development. Ngila syam bakani ka boit kalong ka basay so ban kring ki tu ki balangop ha drong. Kumta ki jing jinghikai ki layat ha New Hope D Addiction Center kata na kabenta ki shenrang bat kentay. Ngilay trilang ru bat ka MSSDS Don Bosco ITIs bat ngiterwaru iki jing jinghikai haka kam plumber, food processing, mobile repair bat photography banrap ubak pol. Katbana kaliang director ka DREAM uba Francis Karshi ulo ong bala penslori ki school bakin jiet e iway na kinohikai banyo jinghikai banlong ki counsellor. Kani ka kos kalong tang nakabenta shipongot kinohikai nakabenta shibnai an sanang kentiu haki shipo benai in jinghikai ki palat shispa ngot kinohikai. Kajing temuhi kalong bagi kinohikai bala yo jing pentebit kinla benpen ngobha khambha syaki kena ulo ong.
As you are all aware, the government through our department is going all out in its effort to contain and eventually eradicate drug and the menace of drug trafficking from the state of Meghalaya. So we have adopted a multi-pronged approach, which is bearing results today, as I indicated to you last time that the addiction rate has gone down by about 20%. But this does not mean that we rest on our laurels. The department is committed to further enhancing its efforts to contain this menace. And in this, one of the major initiatives that we have adopted today is that we will start by catering and addressing this menace from the embryonic stage. meaning we make efforts not to allow our young teens to be fascinated and take to drugs. So to do that, the Dream Mission has recently collaborated with Suncare Center for Neurology and Mental Health, and we are now going for a course which Suncare is already running, where teachers will be trained in counseling students, young children from classes 2 to class 5, where they will be impressed with the need to stay free from substance abuse. In this regard, I'm happy to share with you that the cost of this entire course is rupees 10,000, out of which the government will bear 50% of the course fee. So that's a major initiative that I'd like to share with you. Government funding teachers who will act as counselors in addressing, because we can't have all school children gathered in one place, so that we will instead train teachers who will act as counselors in the respective schools, for which government is funding 50% of the course fee. Another initiative that we have started is the dearth of manpower to handle the addicts,
Detox.
as we require detox centers. And although we have detox centers in the state, I had already indicated last time that we have a shortfall of trained psychiatrists and trained manpower, for which the mission director had undertaken an exposure tour to Kerala, and I'm happy to share with you that we are shortly coming up with an MOU with the Kerala Psychiatric Society, where about 72 psychiatrists have been identified, and based on our resource position, we should be able to engage and the service of at least a few in the first phase of these psychiatrists, and also to upscale our intervention where detox is concerned.
Detox center in each district. At the moment, we have only two detox center. One is in Tura and one is in Shillong. We need to increase. Although there are private detox centers, but we are more concerned about the marginalized youth of our society and most of the BPL family. So it is the government's intention that we have more government-run detox centers. So these psychiatrists from unfortunately, due to the shortage of psychiatrists, we are unable to open detox centers. So we are in a discussion with the Psychiatric Society of Kerala, and shortly we'll have an MOU with them and have a discussion with them, and maybe we will be able to encourage them to come and work with us. And they are more than willing. I have had a discussion with them, and they are more than willing to come and work with us.
One major football club, Shillong Lajong Football Club, which has partnered with us in campaigning for the destigmatization and also reaching out to the youth population. Coming to specific achievements at the ground level, we are in constant touch with faith-based institutions, then also with the Meghalaya Users Forum. They are in constant touch with our mission director, and also community leaders, youth groups, NGOs have been interacting with the mission director on a regular basis. The themes of which include destigmatization, decriminalization, legal awareness, and youth engagement spaces. Another aspect of this multi-pronged approach, which we are giving a lot of emphasis on, is vocational and skill development. We have found that this is a very successful model when it comes to weaning away those who have fallen into addiction. So training sessions have been conducted at New Hope De-Addiction Center, both for male and female addicts. We are also collaborating with the MMSSDS, the Don Bosco, ITIs, and we are offering courses in plumbing, welding, food processing, mobile repair, photography. A major initiative that is in the pipeline and will take place shortly is the launch of a statewide drug abuse survey with the UNODC, which is a UN based organization, United Nations Organization on Drugs and Crime. And this will help us to update information and also identify areas based on their vulnerability factor. We are in the process, as I indicated in the last meeting, of procuring two vehicles which will be tasked with narcotic scanning, one of which is already on its way. And we expect that with the constant intervention of the DG police, this should materialize soon. Sniffer dogs, and I'm happy to share with you that they are currently being trained. It'll take another six months before we complete the training of the sniffer dogs.
The police trainers have also already got 9 police trainers
9 police.
to assist with the training.
Then the joint VDP training and community intelligence initiatives, quite a few Dorparshnongs have already come forward and applied for being recognized as VDPs. In Shillong, until Dream came into being, there are only 11 VDPs, and now we expect this number to go up at least by double the current number, as we have been having regular interaction and consultative meetings with the Dorbar Shnongs. In the cantonment area, which has always been seen as something which is off the radar, beyond the reach of the state government, I'm happy to share with you that the CEO of the cantonment board is now partnering with the Dorbar Shnongs of areas within the cantonment board. In Jhalupara, for instance, a major point where there is also a large concentration of migrant population, CCTVs will be installed, and we are also engaging, as I mentioned, with faith leaders. So the Catholic diocese has agreed to set up new rehab centers One of them, which we have initiated and which will take place shortly, is the RTCC in Dubai district.
The main theme of this idea is to catch them young. The government feels that if we can capture the minds of those from class 2 to class 5, this will be a long-term strategy in our fight against drugs. But the dream itself or the government itself cannot visit these thousands of schools in the EU. So we have had a discussion with Suncare. Suncare has already been running a school counseling course. We feel that if every school has a counselor, then these counselors can play a very vital role and important role to work on them, to encourage children between class 2 and class 5. And that will have a long term impact where in a few years and all that, we will see a huge drop in substance abuse.
So this is voluntary. It's not mandatory for schools to participate in this course training, right?
I've had a discussion with, in fact, the director of DSEL, Director of Education and School Literacy, and they are very keen on this. So it is actually, and I've gone to around schools, particularly hotspots of Meghalaya, and I've had a discussion with many schools there. I've personally visited and spoken with the principals. All of them agree that a counselor is vital in each school. Unfortunately, some schools cannot afford to appoint counselors. So this course, we are encouraging the principals, the schools, to nominate one teacher, and that teacher becomes a counselor in the schools. So the idea is at least to have a counselor in the school, and that will have a great impact on our long-term strategy.